Hiya girls, we are Barney and Luki and we are the hot young visionaries behind Truffle Pig Wigs.
And this is Cliffhangers, the unofficial, unrequested and unhinged RuPaul's Drag Race recap show.
The views and opinions expressed on Cliffhangers are from a couple of women who just love drag and have zero real business judging it. If you are not a fan of red-hot acidic critique, turn back now.
It's Moodang's real dad. It's Barney!
Oh, it's true. The rumours are true.
It's because of the grey and slimy skin.
Yeah. I actually think you're fucking adorable, so the joke's on you. And she is the face of people who kiss their cousins. It's Lucrezia Gorgia.
Thank you.
Only made better by your actual cousins. By the thought of you kissing your actual cousins.
Hey, Antonia. Before we go any further, I just have one thing to say.
Come on, season 6, let's get
Oh, Lagrange. I also believe, maybe this is a complete heinous lie, but is this also our 6th season?
Well, I don't know. We started on season 2, but we have done All Star 6, so...
Yeah.
Whichever way you want to cut the cheese, I guess.
and I do and I shall. Lukey, can I ask you a question?
What?
The girls, they've been kept away from your weekly goings-on, from your ups and your downs, your highs and your lows. Tell them, if you only had one song that you could lip-sync to tell the girls what this past week has been like for your life, what would it be?
10 bloody months, Barney.
Well, I mean, what we got to do every single week for 10 months.
Mine would be Around the World, Around the World.
Bye.
Because I've been on so many fucking holidays.
You ain't gonna tell me.
Since March, I've been to... I've written it down. I went to Arizona, I saw cowboys at the rodeo and rode horses in Monument Valley. Then I went to Rome, Milan and Naples with my boo on a pizza-eating extravaganza. South of France for a dreamy hen with my boy Moudang Papa. Also Southern Portugal for an even dreamier wedding. You can actually see shots from the wedding on Vogue. Online.
If you want to grab a little eye into our summer holidays, then just go on Vogue Online and go and see the wedding of the century.
Yeah.
Miss Sophia Brown, clad in Vivienne Westwood couture.
Oh, gorgeous.
What else?
And then most recently, which is why we're having to record this pod so late before the next episode.
Late.
Yes, I've just been on the dazzling Greek island of Paros.
Yeah.
With my gals, and then also just one hot night in Athens City with the recommendation from a man to pet for a lovely, what he was called, Disco Maria or something like that. Discoteca Angie.
Not bad for a 4 with no talent and no job.
Really?
Like,
Truly?
she gets around. You're like a professional yacht girl. You're like Naomi Campbell.
I'm not an Epstein, honey.
No.
And then...
Epsteina Aguilera.
Oh, ain't she got skinny?
You ain't got to tell me she's got the face of an 11-year-old.
I need some Zempi in my life.
Oh, yeah, if anyone's got the Zempi hookups, drop in our messages, because we are interested and would definitely would Zemp.
Place.
Yeah.
What would your lip sync du jour be?
Mine would be On the Road Again. Just can't wait to get on. Because I'm fucking moving house, babes. Oh.
We're moving studios.
The Truffle Pig HQ is moving. I'm moving. I'm uprooting my life and I'm moving to the sunny riverons of... just East Leighton. No. Oh, fuck.
Now they're going to be searching for you in
I meant to say East London, but I gave it away by saying East Leighton. I'm moving to Leighton. Come find me, bitch.
Laters.
Yeah.
Quick sidebar. We actually do need a studio, so if anyone's got any hookups, ideally in the east to northeast.
Dalston, Stokey, Hackney Way. We are looking for a new studio currently. We need to move. We're just such a big operation these days. We just need bigger, more people, more walls.
Yeah. I'd also like to say 2 more things that have been very large in my life recently. Jade Thirlwall, Angel of My Dreams.
Oh my God. When I tell you the iron vice grip that song had on us, we were even planning nights out on it. It was like, right, so how, we're going to go to Bethnal Green Working Men's Club, and it's like, you can hit them first. You can go up to the DJ and be like, can you play Angel of My Dreams? And then an hour later, I'll go up. It's just literally, it took over our lives in such a serious way. I was learning the TikTok dance within, I had it once, and I was like, I need to find it out. Yeah.
We're very good at the dance now. Also, the new single's dropping soon, exciting. And the other thing that you just touched on is Bethnal Green Working Men's Club.
Oh.
temporarily closed. I believe there's talk of like people making it a co-op or something. But it's going to come back into our lives in some shape or form. But literally crying my eyes out listening to My Heart Will Go On as like the final song.
Literally every person I know in my life has like some like deeply, deeply emotional link to it. Like me and Lottie that was like the place that we went when we were like 19. Her sister used to do all her shows there.
Shout out
Bryony Kimmings. She used to go to all her shows there, and we used to go all the time, and it's like such a staple of like us growing up in London. And then that was the man that pays the bills.
Oh,
Mr. Bethnal Green Working Men's Club.
It's literally like, if you're ever like, oh, I want to go out, where could we go and have a guaranteed fun time? Say no more.
Wow.
GWMC.
Tell the wall, honey, it's not open anymore.
We love you, Charlotte and Warren. But anyway, should we get into this?
Let's. Can I talk to you first about this montage of catchphrases that they did at the very beginning that was just like
5.
catchphrase after catchphrase? Well, I was just about to very neatly and kindly say, it truly shows you that nothing funny or interesting has been said in the whole of Drag Race. It was just like a montage of people being like, yes! Literally just like, work, diva, slay, oh my god, no way. At one point they did and then just like, it was literally just like crazy. It was just like ad-libs, like queer ad-libs. It was so boring.
Ad-libs.
Yeah, and it was just like, and then it was having like, I was like, oh come on, this is quite a nice sort of like journey down memory lane. And I was like, actually it's fucking not, like this is so boring. But what if you were one of the queens that didn't make it into the cut? Because it was about 6 minutes long. I thought at one point that they were showing a bit of every single person that had ever been on it.
Do you know what? No offence to the gal, but until I was going over my notes and using last year's as a template, I completely forgot about the Vicky Vivacious existed.
Wow. Vicky Vivacious, you loved her.
Do you remember her beef eater?
Oh, do you remember as well that we found her in that programme, Drag Queens of London?
Oh my God.
She was an absolutely rotten cunt. She was so horrible in it. And then she was high kicking in a sort of all I remember is having that like weird polka dot, that weird like polka dot like swimsuit and like a big floppy hat. Yeah. But she exists. Say her name. She is a real person. Yeah.
First into the workroom.
Is your girl Release the Slaves?
32 from London.
32? Wow, she's younger than me. The years have not been kind.
The wig, I checked where it's from.
Yeah.
From Miss Scalp.
Truly, Rihanna would rather go on Drag Race before giving us another album. Wow. Like, when will she just put her nose to the mirror and make another album?
Not to go on again about Working Men's Club, but I've literally been maybe a little bit squiffy, who could say, front row, watching Release the Slaves and being like, I don't understand how this isn't Rihanna right now. You've maybe not seen it yet, but
I was going to say, when they're all like, oh, she looks so much like Rihanna, on TV, I don't think she does at all. Like
a little bit
up close,
in the red wig.
Up close, like not really getting it. When you see her on stage, it's a bit like our girl, who was on last season. Who was our girl last season that's friends with Taste? Wow, dramatic pause. Caramel, thank you. Oh my god, sorry, this is how much of an impact it has on us. No, I actually love Caramel, but do you remember when we saw her first time at Shoreditch House in that, like, I can't remember what it was, some party on the roof, and we were like, that is Beyonce. Yeah. She looks so much like Beyonce. She doesn't at all close up, but like sometimes...
That's the gift of stage lighting and a couple of drinks.
Yeah. And Relisa looks on stage so much like Rihanna. It's like quite unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah.
Also, as well, local gal, and we got to big up her mother. Shout out Frida
Haven't
Slaves.
We? Oh, yeah. Deep friend of the pod, Frida Slaves.
Yeah, we love that gal.
I'm not going to lie. The boy drag was a bit... I'm trying to get onto Big Brother. It was like a bit... Do you know what I mean? It was like very conscious of the fact that they were on TV. Like,
I saw someone say, wow, from Rihanna to Lenny Kravitz.
They were just like, the way that they were talking is like, rather than being like, yeah, like I'm super excited, they were like, I am super excited to be on TV.
I call it the Scotty T effect.
Exactly. Very, very Geordie Shore.
Yeah.
In a very distant Geordie Shore.
Yeah, maybe that's what Nathan's going to end up looking like soon. Let's talk about the clothes. Love the puffer jacket. I wish the bra and pants were maybe like a puffer bra and skirt rather than just like pants and bra.
Sure.
A bit more 3D sculptural.
It wasn't for me.
I'd said she's letting us know exactly who she is. I'd give it 6.5 truffs.
Nothing excites me about puffer jacket.
Wow.
Yeah. Next up we have Belfast Queen, Charity.
Charity.
And isn't that blue hydrangea in a different font?
Isn't it just?
Literally.
She is 23 from Belfast.
She looks like someone out of
Airhead wig.
She looks like someone out of an Enid Blyton book. Like she's literally just like a blonde. Exactly. Just like a blonde, blue-eyed little twink. Like not even a twink because she's like so unsexy.
Oh, out of drag, you mean?
Oh yeah, out of drag. Just like a little like glistening eye cherub. Like just like that is a tiny child. And I did think when she came in, I went, I don't know if she's going to be emotionally up for it. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how that turns out.
I believe she's one of our maybe earliest followers.
Charity.
So that's how we have always read it, knowing that she's from London. We're not going to call her Chara. She's Charity.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Although maybe drag daughter of Charo. Chara.
Charo. I was very surprised that someone would be inspired by Neil Buchanan, and especially a 23-year-old.
Yeah, very strange. Is it Art Attack that has the very dark past? Oh no, that's Smart. Smart, yeah.
But I did a little bit of a mini dive on Neil Buchanan.
On people that have killed themselves. Oh, okay.
Did
he kill himself too?
His girlfriend, he found this guy from Smart, the blonde guy.
Mark something.
Yeah, basically he found his girlfriend. She like melted in the bath somehow. Like all her skin had fallen off.
What the fuck? Sorry.
Picking this up in the background.
Mark
and then
Smart.
He basically killed himself by hanging himself off the rafters of like a very busy London train station.
BBC presenter died in scalding bath after taking 5 times lethal.
Don't laugh, Barney.
5 times lethal level of cocaine.
Oh, so you're laughing at the pathetic amount of cocaine that was. Sorry, got enough for one today.
Wow! Truly, even cold in the grave, they are not safe from your poisonous tongue, are they? No, BBC presenter is just. I was actually laughing because it's just such bad. Just the fucking standard. Just such bad English and grammar. BBC presenter died in scalding bath after taking 5 times lethal level of cocaine with fiancé Mark Spate. Like a comma, I beg you. Yeah. But yeah, she died in a scalded body.
Did she not get a name?
No, Natasha Collins.
Natasha Collins.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're both happy together.
The couple who had consumed wine and vodka and cocaine and a sleeping pill each had ignored the risks. Sorry, where are these risks? They don't write on the baggie. They don't write on the baggie though.
Anyway, back to Neil Buchanan.
Sure. Back to Chara. Back to Belfast.
People thought he was Banksy for a long time.
Shut the fuck up, Neil Buchanan.
But it's been confirmed that he is
I thought you meant Banksy from House of Gorgeous from last week. House of Gorgeous, is that what they called? Sure. Family Gorgeous.
Family Gorgeous. Yeah. He was also in a rock band. Was
he in a child porn ring?
No.
Or is that Smart?
Maybe that's part of it.
Who knows? You know how these arty folk get down?
Also, Art Attack was on for 17 years. It finished in 2000.
That's older than me.
That is mental, isn't it? So that's probably why Charlie. Oh, so he is.
Charlie.
I really like the stars on the bunches. Very rainbow bright.
Cute.
If someone asked us how to do that, I would be like, don't.
Absolutely not.
Please no. I don't know how to do that.
She's a primary colour queen.
She is. I'm hoping that's not going to come to bite her. But then she just did non-primary colours.
Do you know who else was a primary colour queen?
That Tina Burner.
Blue Hydrangea. No, she was a red and yellow. She was all about the colours, wasn't she? She was like, I'm a Lisa Frank kaleidoscopic queen, whatever the girls say these days.
I quite like the sort of concertina corset effect.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give her 6.5. It's a bit cutesy for me, but I thought the makeup was quite good. I like the makeup.
Cute. Next up we have.
How many truffles are you giving her?
I'm not giving truffles. I'm letting you do it. Because I didn't know that we were doing truffles for this. Well, don't give a minute. An insight into
every single episode.
Next up, we have Zahira. Question: not to be a hateful cunt, but it's a bit too late for that.
28 from Nottingham.
28 from Nottingham. This open line is stolen from Bob the Drag Queen.
Enter the Void.
And I said, I wonder whether lexicon becomes so ingrained in people that they don't even know that they're recycling and refreshing.
Wait, Bob came in and said, enter the void?
No, Bob came in and said, I'm gorgeous, I'm funny, I'm beautiful. and humble. And that's exactly what she said.
I feel like
It wasn't her line. It wasn't her line when she walked in. It was when it showed her up on the thing.
'cause she's like,
and that's when it was on Bob as well.
Mm.
And it's like and I just wonder whether, do you know what I mean? When you're a young queen, that it's like you don't even know where you've heard these things from just because you watch Drag Race so much. That it's like,
Sure.
and it's like
how we're not sure if Bianca Del Rio made up "Not Today, Satan." Or
she 100% made up "Not Today, Satan."
And now it just everyone's
Yeah.
crazy.
So cute out of drag.
So cute.
So cute. Just want to grab her little cheeks. What's the wig business, sis?
Huh?
What's the wig? Oh, sorry, I can't speak properly. What's the wig business, sis? She said, "I've got my own wig business."
Oh, it might be MZ Hairways, which is it's a real hair company. She said said me and MZ.
So in this Wimbledon of opinions that we're just tossing back and forth, thoughts on the wig that she walked in on?
I didn't care for I don't think brown goes with any cool tones, and it was giving me swamp.
Very strange mix of colours, wasn't it? I was thinking it, and I was like, if you'd gone black, if you'd gone dark brown, this would have been fine. But it's just like very strange.
When my first foray into hair dyeing, I had my natural brown hair, and I had like a jade green.
And Shepherd's Bush was laughing at you, Luki.
Laverick Grove, how dare you?
They could see you from Shepherd's Bush.
But yeah, just like brown. Brown does not go with colours, and if it is, like, make it like ones that is in the family. Give it a red.
If it was a nice colour, they wouldn't make poo brown.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Thoughts?
I didn't understand the outfit. I've got a little picture here. It's like there's a cut-out bit, and it's like, is that nude illusion? Like, I just don't understand.
I actually kept this off because I thought that's just, I don't want to be coming for the girl. But
I just don't understand it.
That's a panty underneath, and then just a visible panty.
But then what other bits? Is that has she got like fishnets coming up as if they're suspenders?
That's a visible panty line, and then that's just hanging on the front.
But what's the first line?
Where's the first line? That's the leg of the...
Ah!
Yeah. It's a whole... It's quite a trompe-l'oeil of different unfinished
So wouldn't you
hems.
just like... Maybe she's got a very long body.
It doesn't matter what we do. It's too late now.
She had to cut loose. Loose.
Yeah, I wonder whether the person who made it thought their body was shorter than it was.
Yeah.
But it's there's a lot of visible undergarment there.
But yeah, I just said with the brown robe as well, it's just giving me swamp glam, which is a lovely segue into who
how much you love about Don't You.
Studio with Swamp Fairy Nails.
Oh, let's
Please
give a
go
second.
And hit up our friend if you want some.
Let's give a second. Don't undersell him. Let's give a second to talk about Swamp Fairy Nails. We've both had our paws and claws blessed by Swamp Fairy Nails. They are a trans femme owned company icon, yeah, and they do the best nails. So if you're around Hackney, East London, or you can get they do amazing press on for the drag girls.
You can either go and get them there and get your extensions or your press-ons, or you can measure your fingernails by way of a coin.
Yeah, and then get them sent out.
They did my nails, which are featured in Vogue.
Oh, thank you. Tell them.
Sophia's wedding.
They were Schiaparelli inspired, no?
Schiaparelli inspired, yeah, just like shiny black with just like weird scraggly gold bits and then coloured gems. Gorge.
They've done lots of gorge nails. But moving on, we now have...
I gave Zahira Zapata 7 truffles, but I'm actually going to knock that down because...
Because now that you know about the visible undergarment line.
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
it's just a bit like...
It's a knocking shot.
Just like a pussy mop.
It's a knocking shot. Knock it.
Knocking shot.
Okay, so what are you giving it?
6.5.
Okay, next up we have Chanel O'Connor.
25 from the Isle of Boots.
I've got to say it. She is the spitting image of Delta Work. She looks so much like Delta Work in the face. It's insane.
I didn't see that, but now I'm imagining it. You're going to have to do a little split screen.
Oh my God. As soon as she came up, I was like...
Be younger, more beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, she's been on the Zeps a bit. Like, but also, how fucking dare you take that back. Miss Delta Work, gorgeous in the face.
Yeah.
An evergreen beauty.
But definitely knocking on a couple of decades.
Chanel O'Connor, yeah.
I said put in the Cunt in Country Club.
Love. Okay. When she came in and she was like, I was going to say, someone's done that really knows something about hair.
That's gorgeous.
When she came in and she was like, it couldn't be fashion without something. I was like, where is the fashion?
Obviously obsessed with the wig. I'm quite obsessed with her as well, but this navy blue Marge Simpson creation just doesn't really float my boat.
Yeah, it was giving kind of like, sort of like, like older woman that works in the Marines. Like, I don't know. It's like not really.
Vicky Vibration.
Vicky Vibration. Oh, let's try and get Vicky Vibration on the pod.
Oh,
She'd
yeah.
hate us.
Well,
And quite rightly so.
Fly her with some pasties.
Yeah.
But like, I love the polish, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from her.
Very gorgeous, and also quite a cunt in the
Yeah.
interviews. Which
So,
hello,
I'm giving
that's my
this
narrator.
a 6.
Okay. Next up, we have Actavia, and the only word I wrote was shablamjala. Just like she come
Do we
in and she
mention
is.
she-
Like, I was like, oh, okay. I know what I'm getting here.
She's speaking Welsh.
No, not
She's
the Welsh.
not
not-
cat.
No.
That's
It was. She was given a lot of
21
slave
from
boots.
Gwynedd, and that's a
Yeah.
how's your head.
The little mullet.
Yeah.
Is it? I wonder who cut that. Benjamin. Maybe.
I wrote great, love it, right up my street. It's got the racing squares, drag race, and the like bloody new delusion. Bit of a rocker, so I'd say I'm very interested in her so far. I give her 7.5.
Saw someone say that it's Aquaria meets Gottmik, which is the laziest comparison. It's like the laziest comparison ever. Next up, we have the legendary.
You got any thoughts?
I said Shablamjala.
That's all we need to know.
Next up, we have the legendary Lavoix.
43 from Stockton-on-Tees, and that's a Jane Gage wig.
Oh my god! I screamed for the first bit. I was like, "Who is it?"
Do you know her? I want to know. Do you?
No.
Oh.
Why would I know her?
Well, just
Because she's old.
Because everyone seems to know her.
Oh, as in, I thought you meant like, do I know her personally? Like, have you
Do you know
have you been out with her?
Like?
Yeah, I have. I think she does a lot of the sort of. She's very Davina De Campo when they need to wheel out a drag queen on like a BBC programme. I think.
Sure. Did you know that? I'm sure you did, but le voix means the voice.
I did. That's someone that speaks French. I did know.
Not since Derek Barry has there been that much recognition and respect in the room.
Not. Do we think that's work? Like, do we think she has earned it? Right, first of all, I need to look you in the eye as I say this. I spent the first 10 minutes being like, who the fuck does she look like? She looks so much like someone. She is the spitting image of deep friend of the pod, Thomas Hartley from Maths. In the face, when she's in her boy drag, she looks so much like him. Miss Pamela Sandwich, deep friend of the pod.
I hope you're listening. We love you.
So much like we're going to have to do a side-by-side comparison. When I realised it, I squealed out loud. I was like, that is fucking Thomas from Maths. Married at First Sight. If you're not watching the new season, you should be. It's an absolute...
Have you caught up yet?
Caught up, bitch. Whilst you were on holiday, I was getting it 24/7.
Our good friend of the pod, well, more like a weird growth on the side of the pod, Maggie, is disputing the age of here. She quoted, "What a fucking lie, 54 is being kind."
Wow. We need to give you some background knowledge on Maggie. She is as hateful as she is beautiful.
I think they know that.
She, unfortunately, is born from the same creator of hell that we are. And she will not... I'm sorry, when it comes down to age... she ain't going to let a bitch lie. And I 100% agree with her. There is no way. How old did she say?
43.
That is ludicrous. Especially as well because she's then like, how old are you? And Dee Agabo, who looks 34, was like, I'm 48. When she said 48, I gay gasped. I was like, I cannot believe. Like, she doesn't look like super young. It's not like fucking Churry saying that she's 48.
Charlie.
But something in the milk ain't right there. Because the milk has soured.
Joe Black.
Love it. That's what we should do, though. We should go on and just be like, they're like, how old are you? And you're like,
Barely
22. Yeah. Just like let the room go silent.
Sorry, she said she does 300 shows a year.
Can I tell you what?
That's
Can I tell
5 days
you?
off a month.
Can I tell you how she does 300 shows a year? On a Saturday, she does 2 brunches back to back and then does an evening show. So she'll do you could do 10 shows in a week easily and only work 30 weeks out of the... And also as well, she said she does cruise ships, which 100% means she probably does 5 shows a day.
Crazy.
So she probably works for...
A couple of weeks, fortnight.
Because she's rehearsed that and been like, do you know what I mean? Because it's rehearsed that she's like, I do 300 shows a week minimum and 300 shows a year minimum. Where is she from? Is that right? Right accent?
Stockton-on-Tees. I couldn't tell you.
It probably meant that she's just done loads and loads of shows like in one period and then had 6 months off.
Yeah.
But not to fucking knock the girl while she's down. But
in terms of the looks, she's got a lot of crystals on the frock. I'll give her that.
Do you know why she's famous? Have I ever showed you the video? She became very virally famous because she was like, "Hello, my name's Lavoie, and you join me on the Miss Caribbean Seas." And then it goes, "Ladies and gentlemen of the Miss Caribbean Seas, we regret to inform you that Queen Elizabeth has died." And she's like, "Oh, it's very sad, isn't it? Let's have a second. Put it up on the pod." It's so funny. Just like, she's so earnest and so honest. She's like, "Oh God, we'll miss her so much. Oh, Elizabeth, what a queen, and what a legacy." And she's like really like talking from the heart. It's like, bitch, like gay people don't care about the monarchy. Wrong queens. But that's why she's really famous. Do you know what really grinded my gears?
Come on.
What I absolutely hate more than anything is, whether you like the show or not, what is undisputable is that it is the biggest platform for drag ever. People become famous and then they get to make their entire living, not that it's not possible without the show, but people make their entire living a very successful living, and they can become millionaires and shit like that from being on the show, right? Mm. What I hate is when people who have a level of success or whatever career already then kind of pretend like they're above it. It's like, no one is above being on Drag Race. If you think you're above it, don't go on it. That's fine.
It's like doing sports and being like, but the Olympics is lame.
Yeah. It's like, it's fine. Like, it's fine. I know loads of queens that are super, super sick that are like, it's not for me. I'm not that competitive, or like, I'm not that funny. There'd be so many things I wouldn't like succeed in.
Yeah, it'd be a detriment to your style.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like when you think of like how many like sick drag queens there are that just do one thing really well, fine. Mm. Like think of how many like...
Name me one thing you do well, quickly.
Podcasting. But that is really, really, really up for confusion at the moment.
I'm going to give her 6 truffles for the... It's exactly what I'd expect her to wear. Do you see she's got all wigs in that same colour as well?
Hate it. Also, sorry, can I just say, the thing that jarred me is when she was like, do you know what? I just never thought I'd do it, but... She was like, but then I got the call. That's what she said. I never thought, Drag Race. She was like, well, I'm just an old queen. And she was like, and I never thought I'd do it, but then I got the call. She's trying to like make it sound as if like she had nothing, she didn't apply.
Well, yeah,
she's just like,
definitely done.
I never thought I'd do it. It's like, you applied, bitch. What do you mean you never thought you'd do it? You've probably been applied since season 1. Like, very strange. Next up, we have Lady Marmalade.
24 from Cardiff, wearing a walklet wig.
Oh, 30 grams soaking wet. The slip of the girl. All I wrote is, so classic, clean cut, looks exquisitely made.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I've written, seems like a very dry sense of humour.
Yeah.
Obviously, I like the look. It's very gorge. I would like to see it a bit dragged up, though. I know she's going for, like, golden age realness, but would it kill the girl to add a couple of crystals, sticking up 3 or 4 of them wigs on top? Bit of fandango.
I don't think we're going to see that from her, if I'm honest. I don't think we're going to see pomp. I think we're going to see sleek and elegant.
Who's that angel, that 60s angel?
That is too... when you first said angel, I was going to be like, Lucifer.
From last season, my little 60s trans icon, what's her name?
From UK?
Yeah. Maybe it's 2 years ago.
60s? Oh, Dakota Schiffer?
Yeah, it's that kind of level, isn't it?
Sure. No, Dakota Schiffer, I would say, gives...
But I mean, costume-wise,
sure.
They're giving, like, real...
Well, Dakota Schiffer's more fashion, whereas I think she's more vintage.
I love that we already have a little war of the seamstresses to be keeping track of.
Oh, yeah, you've got to.
I'd give this girlie...
Who can do the best hidden zip?
7 truffles out of the trough.
Cute. Next up, we have Kyran Thrax. Did I say it right? Kyran.
Well, it's kind of, you got to think of anthrax. That's
Kyran
Thrax. Every time.
Okay.
She is 26 from Lancashire, wearing a styled by Vodka.
Styled by who?
Vodka.
Vodka. Oh, good. Oh, I hope vodkas. I haven't had much from old Vodo.
I've had my eye on this one for a while. I've tried to do her makeup a couple of times and failed, but I guess I'll give it another go.
Where has she existed? Who's she friends with? How do I know her? Like, who's she?
I don't know. When I'm on
is she one of the Soho girlies? Oh yeah, I see it all the time. But she's like, I think she's like part of something. Is she like one of the Heaven crew or something? I don't know. I see her pop up all the time. Listen. One way to hook me in, bin juice.
Yeah.
Like,
love a psychopath.
Yeah, bin juice couture, very into it. And also, do you know what was really grinding my gears about this? This is how we know that we've moved away from like subversive, punk, interesting drag. When people are like, you come in here once in your life and you're a bin. It's like
you're in a
navy
blue suit.
Yeah. Yeah, bitch. It's like, what, the only interesting and memorable outfit of all of them? Yeah, I probably am going to do that.
I could have done with a bit of like goo, like wet drippy
like
goo.
a slimy trail behind you when
Yeah,
when you've got super
I'll
wide
give her 8
discharge.
truffles.
People being rude about the outfit is so lame. It was like really, really jarring me that just people like being like, "Oh my god, sorry, she's wearing a bin bag." It was like, do you know who else wore a bin bag? Alaska. Let's see how that worked out for her.
And it's just like, it's just very reminiscent of like Sharon coming in and people are like, it's like, she is in here to compete in the same competition. She's
Do you know who
like
else?
it or not, you're on her level.
Yeah. Do you know who else laughed? Do you know who everyone laughed at when they first came in? Raja. Like, do you know who else? Like, so often
They laughed at Raja.
when Raja came in, when she had that eye hat, and they were like, "Sorry, club kid, like this is not it." And then she took the hat off, and they were like, "Oh, a supermodel."
Great, fine, fine.
Really, really like her, like the vibe, like the NRG. Is last person in a thing?
I mean, kind of. It's kind of like, like save the best till last, because they often do that with Runway, don't they? Like, there's a really strong one they'll put in at the end.
And like with the cabaret. Yeah, I didn't know that to be a thing, but cute. Next up we have Saki Yu.
Saki Yu, 33 from Manchester, via Melbourne, wearing a How's Your Head. It's the year of the doubles. Double Filipinas, double Wales, double seamstress, and spoiler alert, double St. Lucia.
Yeah.
But then also
St.
a
Lucia.
1,000 Manchester.
Yeah. Oh my god, I saw a tweet the other day that was literally like, there is 7 people from Manchester on this side. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's Manchester versus the world.
Thoughts on the fit?
For me, the black underneath was bizarre. It felt like 2 outfits that never the twain shall meet. For me,
I hate to say it, they felt a bit like 2022. Like,
I don't know about you, but I ain't feeling 2022.
The big bows, remember when everyone was wearing the big bows, and then also that
because
whole...
not Stella Maxwell, what's his name? Stella, I don't know.
And then also the whole, like, layering of over the bodysuit, it just feels a bit like she came up with this idea. Is that, like, Thingy Quinn?
Richard Quinn. No, it's whoever did Lady Gaga's...
not the bows,
pink.
just the layering.
Brandon Maxwell, that's what I'm thinking of. He brought out loads of shit with pink bows on them, and they were everywhere.
But you know what I mean? It just feels a little bit like she designed this a couple of years ago when that was all super around. And also, I wish the ankles weren't showing, and I wish the poofs were poofier.
Yeah, it wasn't for me, but not everything has to be.
No. 6 truffles.
And also I thought her face was very gorgeous.
Yeah.
Next up, we have is Her Royal Highness.
Lil. 35 from Manchester.
35?
That was a Birmingham voice. 35 from Manchester.
Manchester is shameless. It's when they'll talk like that. I saw a tweet saying, how does she go from that to Kesha in the confessionals? And she looks so much like Kesha in her confessionals.
It's Noel Fielding in that Mike Bush.
He's giving a lot, isn't it? Love her. Obsessed
also,
with her.
the main, her entrance look is 100% Nadia and Nadia's doll from what we did.
Yeah. What we did in the shadows, I've written it down myself.
And I literally just went to look for images, and the first one, like, both wearing blue and black. So
Yeah. I think that must actually be the reference, though, surely.
Sure,
or there is also a very famous interview with Azealia Banks for MTV when she's got like a little Azealia doll, which maybe is. That interview look.
That shaggy hair.
That's a bit of me.
Yeah.
You know, a pack of Marlboro Reds hates to see her coming. She looks like she gets down. She cracks open a Strongbow dark fruits and gets down.
Yeah, I want to party with her.
Yeah.
Can I just do a little rundown of the Family Gorgeous and their roles on telly?
Yeah.
So obviously they had Drag SOS.
Yeah.
And then Drag Race UK, we've had Cheddar, Banksy and Lil.
Yeah.
Then Anaphylactic on Dragula. The question on everyone's lips is, when are we going to see TT Bang and Licorice Black on a drag reality competition show?
I believe TT is like, I think she...
From what she says on TikTok.
I believe she does not believe in the world of Drag Race, which, fair fucks. I feel like with Drag Race, they feel that there's like an acceptable idea of like what a cis woman would be like on it. And because we had Victoria Scone, who's like serves like drag. She's so fucking like old school, like huge costumes, huge wigs. The makeup is very draggy. That it's like, I wonder how long it will be before we see someone. It's going to have to take another... I think there's only a very small handful of... And this is in my maybe limited knowledge of cis queens. There's only a very small handful of people that I feel could go on and be beloved, because you're already starting on the back foot of just like... of it's more difficult... I mean... Who would believe it? More difficult for women in a male-dominated arena, but like it would take someone, aka Lucrezia Gorgia, to go on and be like, I can fucking do this, because I think it would be hard to go in and not believe in the show. And I think, like, if you were a queen that was like, no, I fucking love this show, I know how it works, then I think you'd be fine. But if you're someone like TT, who I think, maybe, I don't know her personally, but, like, from her TikToks and stuff, she's like, fuck this show.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that would then lend yourself to doing well. Do you know what I mean? I feel like people don't want to see someone from the inside not loving it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I gave this 9 truffles.
9 truffles. Also love Daddy Doll joining the pantheon of Ornacia and Little Pound Cake as the unsung heroes of the race.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine them all just like on a night out together. Very, very fucking cute. This
You know
is
what I'd like to see as well?
what?
Tattooed legs down the runway.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's got a pair of thighs on.
Well, not down the runway, down the entrance.
Sashaying in. She is my one to watch.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Miss Kiki Snatch.
25 from London, and the wig is from Brixton, bitch. Solutions ain't telling us shit.
She doesn't look that different in and out of drag. She's got like the face is very drawn.
So
it's
gorgeous
very
out
like
there.
very It's like it's I don't know. It's like a painting. Like in and out of drag, just like so drawn.
Yeah,
That's all
and
I'm
her
giving you.
skin is just like flawless as well.
That wig, unfortunately, was from the Wendy Williams School of Wig Slipping because that was basically her hairline was on the back of her neck. Like it was so far back.
Maybe she's just giving our sweet angel vampire Chinese Neohura X.
Maybe giving sort of skullet.
Who I'm going
FKH
to see.
wigs.
I'm going to see her in Hoso.
When? Why am I going?
Sure.
You did tell me, and I
know, you take too long to respond, so I'm going with Tom.
Oh,
Celebrity hairstylist
wow.
friend of the pod, Tom Berry, and
Just
his
like-
lovely boyfriend.
your gays are interchangeable, aren't you? Just drop them in, drop them out. Whoever's
I don't
free.
care.
Yeah. Whoever can squeal and click next to you. Just doesn't matter, does it?
I love squicking.
Do you remember seeing Kiki Snatch at not Heaven? What's Freedom? They did like a number where they did Fever, and they sung.
Was that the night that our good girl Ella Ride was there?
Yeah.
That wasn't there. That
Oh, okay. Oh, I've seen them twice, and they're very, very good live. They're very, very.
I just loving how her and Releasa are like bouncing off each other,
yeah.
and they've got their little corner together. And things.
I have no right to say this, and it's
This is
potentially
weird.
quite offensive. But I wish we could pack up the term ratchet because if I understand it has a very important cultural meaning, but if I have to hear another white person use it incorrectly, I'm going to fucking burn this building down. The only people I know that have it in lexicon still are like white people that say about the most fucking offensive shit. They'll be like, say they're like hair's messy or they haven't showered. They're like, oh, looking ratchet today. And it's always the same sort of
No
fucking,
next.
it's the same sort of cum guzzling party bottom that says it every single time. And I'm going to look at you.
Oh, you've said it.
Yeah. It's always the exact same. It's always the exact same sort of gay that like uses it, like misuses it so much, and it's like, can we just like if people really need to use it, can we use it like just? I feel like it should like not be used around white people, so white people stop saying it. It's so
This
so
is a
jarring.
PSA.
Yeah. It's so jarring. I'm sorry, not to be tone policing people, but
I don't.
give them a number.
I
Sorry,
have
we've
to
now
say
also
5.
we just took a little toilet break, and now we've got a Vina Tinta.
It's
She's got a cold wine.
just a very uninspiring entrance, I have to say. As someone who loves crazy hair, a blonde straight wig ain't that exciting. And nor is it just another Bang London in
Is that Bang
bizarre
London?
colours.
Is that Bang London?
It is Bang London.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Sparkling. Yeah.
the colours of it. It's a bit
It's-
like Our Good Girls Are Heroes wig, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of giving a bit steampunk as well. It's kind of that rusty clock energy. Next up,
RCD.
next up, we have Miss Dita Garbo. Karan, I'm looking at you.
The Quran.
Who is this? It's Dita fucking Garbo, bitch. Back up.
Obsessed with her. The
She
way
is 48.
speaks so slowly with such precise wording.
And the way she sat in the middle and spoke to all of them, and they were all, oh my God, it was like she was an open can of puppy chow, and they were just sniffing round her. The command that she had of the room, I was like, that's a diva.
such sophistication, like that. Like
we will never know.
I can't even describe it. Just the energy, and it's like it's not
As I
even
say, as I'm sitting here drinking wine with a straw.
shotgunning. Yeah, and I feel like I really recognise her out of drag, or unless it's just like that type of man. It's just like
Oh, sorry. If you could just move into the mic and tell him Exactly what type of man do you mean?
Just like an older, very well spoken, but clearly very homosexual man. I don't know, just like very together and confident.
The Stephen Fry's of this world.
The Stephen Fry. No, a bit sexier than Stephen. Yeah, I'm like hypnotised by her.
First of all, she's so regal. Even if she doesn't win, that's a queen right there.
Please.
And I've seen so much on TikTok, people being like, on Twitter, people being like, damn, like, I would be spooked if someone that put together came in.
Yeah.
Because, like, Lavoie coming in and being like, did you catch me on Married at First Sight? Like, and her doing her whole...
Did you catch me on Married?
doing her whole panto thing. That doesn't read put together to me, but then she did she just...
So much with so little.
Yeah, and she just let everything speak for itself. Every bitch was like up her being like, look, I believe once around them eyes there were crinkles. And I believe there used to be smile lines. But it is very, very fucking smooth and it's very polished. I imagine whoever does her wigs is like at the top level of their game. I don't know. I'm guessing. Very polished, very gorgeous.
Remains to be seen.
And what about this grommeted JPG confessional look? It's having hurry little sailor boy.
I know you meant grommet like that, but now you've said that, it's also given me a little bit of Wallace. I like anything with my name on it. You can ask that to my Diamante Luki belt buckle from the 2000s. Yeah. So very into this fabric. Yeah, she's giving me wow factor, and I'm giving her 7 truffles.
And can I be...
I believe she only wears peach hair.
I believe she only wears peach hair, and I'm going to tell you that as people that do have done hair... we may or may not have done hair for Dita. Do you remember when? When we were speaking to her and she was like, "Oh, all my hair's going to be this color," which I think is a very listen, works for Ginger. Let's see if it works out for.
Let's see if it works for Lavoie.
Lavoix, yeah. But when I first saw that, I was like, "Oh, that would really, really wash someone out." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know whether I like it."
Yeah, it didn't suit
as soon as she put it on, I was like, "That is so elegant and so glamorous." Like, congrats!
It's not quite as orange, but it's almost just that gorgeous Winona Ryder hair in Evans's hands that I wish I could pull off. But I'm a cool tone girl.
You are. You're in the winter of your life. Love her. Moving on.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up we have just the RuPaul comes in. Anything to say about her?
We've got a fucking cash prize.
We do have a cash prize, which really changes everything because I think I would be very ready to play nasty little games.
So do I have a cha-ching button? I don't believe I do.
I think it'd be nice. Yeah, but just do it with the mic.
Cha-ching!
That would really change everything because it'd be like, oh, I can spend 25 grand and maybe get it back.
Well, at first I'm like, yay, this is so great for the girls. And then you remember the Americans are on fucking 200k at the moment, and is 25 grand even going to pay back your package?
Well.
But better than nothing, obviously.
Also, as well, when you talk about package, there are girls still now...
I'm not talking about penises, but I'm so much out of the...
Get your mind out of the gutter. Some girls spend 4 grand. I saw the other day...
Which ones? Name them.
I saw the other day that LaFille said that she spent 4... I mean, she doesn't always wear wigs, so maybe that helps, but she said she spent under 10 grand on her package for, I think, when she came back for the All Stars.
Versus the World?
I think so.
Wow.
And I've seen loads of people, especially UK people. I'm sure I saw that Taste spent 5 grand on her package.
But I bet Taste got gifted so much or lent so much.
Well, probably had loads as well, wigs and stuff. But or just didn't pay for it. And that's what I would do. I'd literally just be like, I'll pay when I get back, and then you never see me again.
Letting all the secrets out. 2 cents of wine. So, Ru announces we're going to see a show at the Tickety Boo Cabaret.
You've got to pull out all the stops and steal the spotlight at London's hottest new hideout at the Tickety Boo.
Thank you. Thank fuck we didn't have to see that weird dance battle that they did last year.
Yeah. Now, this is a very interesting way to open the show, and it will really pay off in dividends if the girls put on a good show. Do you think the girls put on a good show?
Overall, I'd say yeah.
I thought it was one of the worst shows we've ever seen. I love the girls, love them. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was so bad. Come on, line them up, front to back. Let's talk about it. I just thought, what's difficult about it is, I'm sorry, you can't come to a cabaret or talent show and lip sync. Everyone lip syncs. Like, that can't be your talent. And some of the girls were straight up just, like, lip syncing. Like, they were kind of dancing a bit and throwing a couple of Judy arms in, like, but they were just, like...
I can't even think who that would be. Right, let's start from the
Let's talk about it.
First of all, lovely little setup they had. And
Lovely
very into
little setup.
Michelle's full leather
Very
outfit.
crazy cocks underneath, what's that lovely restaurant in Central? Brasserie Adele. You know the Crazy Cocks Cabaret?
Oh, well.
Very that.
The CCC.
Yeah.
First up, Lavoir.
Crazy, cuckoo.
In your
cock.
professional opinion, how was the voice?
Disgusting!
No, right, listen. She can sing.
The girl can sing.
The girl can sing. What, unfortunately, the bar for someone whose name is Lavoix, and their entire branding is around the fact that they're a singer. How can you let Kiki Snatch come in and be like, oh, a fantastic singer? Like, she has a gorgeous voice. She has timbre. She has tricks. She has range. Like, if you're going to be a singer, I don't think personally it's enough to come on and just be like, I'm singing in tune, and that is it.
Well, precisely. I didn't realise until...
That she was doing impressions.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
The fuck?
Unbelievable. She did 2 impressions on it, and it was only later on.
Alan says it
Yeah.
in the thing.
Oh, I can't believe that she did impressions. I had to reel it back, and I was like, where are the impressions? And she was doing a Shirley Bassey. Not even when she spoke, she didn't even do a Welsh accent. And then the other one was supposed to be someone else.
Barbara or
Yeah,
something.
like Barbara Streisand or something. Oh no, it was Cher. It was Cher. She was supposed to be doing Cher. It was like at no point did I hear Cher once. And
But, I mean, she did exactly what I expected her to do.
I actually, unfortunately, I thought she was going to be much better. She, like, first episode is not the time to be coming in, throwing loads of shade and being horrible, but did you
Season 6.
Did you listen to it as someone with a musically untrained ear? Did you listen to it and think this is a great singer?
No, I could see that she was doing, like, vibrato and in tune, but I wasn't like... wow.
Vibrato. Yeah, she was in tune, but that can't be our standard.
No.
Like, and we don't ever really see fantastic singers on Drag Race ever. And I wish we did. If you're going to be a singer, if you're going to call yourself a singer, you, like, I don't know.
I want you to
Who
be
else do you know?
shattering some glasses like Earthy.
Who else do you know that can sing in 6 languages whilst doing this split?
Absolutely.
Next up we have Octavia.
Love the bodysuit. Like PVC and nude.
Do you know what I liked about this? Is I was thinking they're 90-second performances, so you don't even have to write a whole song. You can just write 90 seconds. That's a verse and a chorus.
Yeah.
Sick. That's all I wrote about that.
Is it me or just Welsh seem to have a bit of Aladdin flavour to it? So when we speak to her, I'm like, oh, this is sexy. I've never heard Welsh like this.
Yeah, she's Swansea by way of Cuba. I thought that she was fun, but this is when it started to my eyelids started to twitch, which Luki unfortunately has been dealing with for the past 3 days. A twitchy eyelid, can you believe? When I was
That's my eyelids.
When I was younger, I had a twitchy eyelid for like 48 hours, and I was so stressed and traumatised because I thought it felt like an insect had flown underneath it and was beating its wings and trying to get it out. My mum was like, "You're actually just tired."
And how long have you had a twitchy bumhole for?
Oh my god, it's gone past twitchy. I ain't got no muscularity in the old girl anymore. It just looks like a scrunchie down there. I can barely get the walls together. Okay.
I thought it was quite good. I usually hate to see a queen dancing to an original track because I'm like, that's it, J-Lo!
Yeah.
But she really put her little heart and soul into it, so good on you, gal. That was a lot of BPMs.
I love a Welsh girlie.
That was a lot of
There, I said it.
a 5 and a 6 and a 7.
Yeah, not 4 to the floor pounder.
No.
Octavia, I thought, this is when it started that I was like, oh, I can't sit through 12 girls lip syncing. She was kind of dancing, but they
She
gave
was
them.
definitely dancing.
It was a lot of
I'd say it was more of a dance
armography.
number.
It was a lot of armography.
It's the big moves that people see from the back.
But again, it's kind of like singing. It is not. I don't think if you're doing a dance number, and I say this as. Let me just drop my credentials for 1 second.
Jesus, yeah.
I say this as a trained professional singer and dancer, and not like I do cruise ships. I do 300 shows a year. Like, I feel that if you're going to be a dancer, again, if you've got 90 seconds, I'm sorry, bitch. Like, I need to see something impressive. I need to see tricks. I need to see flips. I need to see, it's not, like, everyone can stand up
I believe
and...
it's illegal to flip in a cabaret club. The ceilings are too
Everyone
low.
can stand and give the early diamond 8 count and do some clicking and some... Do you know what I mean? And I think she probably is a really sick dancer. And so then I'm just like, babe, let's turn this up. Let's fucking get this on fire. And it's maybe... maybe they just didn't have long to prepare. And I sound so cunty saying this, but it's only
From
because...
the looks of it, she didn't have long to prepare.
But I do like her, and I love a Welsh girlie, and I think
she's my like number 3 fave at the moment.
Yeah, I just, you know, when you're like watching someone and you're like, you know, like Lavoie, for example, I'm like, this is probably what she gives on the cruise ships. But I was watching her being like, I bet you're absolutely fucking sick. It doesn't help that they gave him like a 3 metre by 3 metre stage. Like, it's like she probably had a whole fucking tumbling routine ready to go, and they were like, oh, actually. But yeah, I do like her.
Next up, Lil. I like to think either she's named after Lilith or after Lil's tits. Either one of those two.
Lil's tits.
You know, like your Lils.
Is that what they're called?
Tits.
Should we message her? Let's message her and ask her.
So deranged.
Absolutely gorgeous after them 90 seconds as well. Couldn't believe it.
My favourite bit was like, no, you're a pretty girl, blush.
It was so smart. It was so brilliant because it was like, of course, like work smarter, not harder. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to get up and have to do fucking 90 seconds of backflips and kicks and splits. Like, I'm going to do like something that's just like super entertaining to watch, super funny, and it was the most memorable by far.
Yeah, well, joint memorable, I'd say.
Yeah. There was 2 very memorable.
There's literally my internal personal saboteur monologue when I'm doing my makeup. Literally, that's like, oh, you look like a fucking pig. Go on, paint your lips red, then you ugly cow. I
always go through like such a duplicitous and very scary sort of inner monologue when I'm doing it. I'll do one eye and be like, oh my God, you are a model. Bella Hadid sits in front of this mirror. I'll do like one bit, and then all it will take is just like, I'll draw my eyebrows slightly down and be like, you are a potato with a face drawn on. And I go so back and forth being like, wow, God, I can't believe the beauty, to then just like, I can't even look in this mirror at how ugly you look. Yeah. It is so difficult. And then by the end, I'm just like, I've now spent 3 hours on this, and it's just like,
I'm just new.
Yeah, I just need it to end. So,
and the costume was just so fucking gorgeous as well. Like, so detailed, so embellished.
Yeah,
loved it. 10 out of 10.
Thoughts on Miss Kiki?
No, I don't want to be nasty.
Then don't be.
At least if we offend Kiki, it's not like we're losing a wig customer because I don't think she's buying them kind of wigs.
No.
But this is where I would have gone to the loo, I think. Like, it's just, I can tell she's a good song, but first of all, can you play a song with a fucking beat? And second of all,
give me that beat!
It's a bit too, like, intense for me. Like,
let me tell you a little...
confronted with my own emotions.
Yeah, I was going to say, let me give you a little peek behind the terrifying door that is Miss Lucrezia
Behind my
Gorgia.
beef curtains.
Yeah, behind them beefy doors. She doesn't like to be confronted by much like Karen Walker.
Thank you.
Doesn't want to feel anything at any point. So any time that we go see a show and someone sings like an emotional song, or really just gets in touch with anything real, gets in touch with anything real, it really puts the cats amongst the pigeons of the Big O2.
You'll see how awkward I got later on in Marmalade.
And so when I saw this, I was like, I bet somewhere over in Dalston, Luke is. She's flipping the kettle on. But I thought... yeah,
you come on, you're the vocal
I thought she has a super smooth voice. I thought her voice has got loads of character. It's like a very unique sounding voice, which we don't ever get. Everyone always sounds like Ethel...
It's unusual that you
Yeah. Everyone sounds like Ethel Merman. Everyone's like, comes on stage and they'll be like, I want to be the person that sings on stage. And it's like so boring. Whereas she had like, I was like, this is a marketable voice. Like, people would listen to this voice.
Hang on. Is a Baby meant to... Have we not seen anything of Baby's music career since?
I feel like she's had a couple of singles.
Oh, that's right. Take it back.
Singles.
Continue.
And I just thought she had a really gorgeous voice, and I thought, congrats. Do you know what did irk me, though?
Go on.
When...
Stephen Irwin.
Yeah, when Lavoie said... She was like, oh, yeah, she's quite a good singer. I was like, there is no person more in this world than if you are also a singer, give another singer their flowers. Like, even if you're in a competition, if I hear another singer, it's like, no voices are the same. I'm not going to be like
head-to-head.
Yeah. Also, she's doing like campy cruise ship stuff, and then she's doing like an R&B song. It's not, they're not incomparable. And I just thought it felt a bit shady for her not to be like, there's no way that she didn't hear that voice and be like, that's a really fucking good voice.
Even craggled... Bitter old Betty, shout out Bitter Betty.
Michelle
Visage was like, wow, those runs.
Yeah. She's got a really, really gorgeous voice, and I think she seems like someone that could have a music career afterwards. And
Love it.
She also wrote the song, no? And also hilarious when she was like, come on, runs, for my IBS Queens there. Yeah.
Shout out my boyfriend.
Shout out me. Shout out me shitting in this carpet right now. Next up, we have Lady Is it Zahira or Zahira?
I think Zahira.
Zahira. Thoughts?
Well, now we know why she came in saying Enter the Void. She's trying to push that track on SoundCloud. I just wish there was an actual void to look at. Like, just a gaping black hole.
Wasn't the void where the talent was supposed to be?
Oh. I can't say.
But gorgeous girl. Gorgeous girl.
Gorgeous girl.
Funny. Very, interesting on stage. What was the talent? Lip syncing. Because she was doing a couple of wind wiper arms, but I get that it's
Was it an original? It was her original track again.
Then sing it.
Huh?
Then sing it.
Live?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is what I don't get. It's like, if it's a talent show, lip syncing is already a major part of the show, right? Everyone is probably going to have to do it at some point unless you win by getting to the end, but you're still going to have to lip sync at the end. You have to do it. That's a non-negotiable. It's also a very non-negotiable part of the majority of people's drag career. I don't think when it comes to doing a talent show that it suffices to lip sync to, even if it is an original song. You're only doing an original song because you're not allowed to have the licensing for...
Well, it's because they can't actually sing. They've just been tweaked in the thing. So it's like, I'm on it, but
then that's not a
is
talent,
dancing.
because then you're just lip syncing.
I guess the talent is the dance then.
But she wasn't really dancing.
In on a dance.
But do you know what? She's got the rest of the show. I'm sure she's going to get very far. And she'll show us. Yeah, me too. She'll show us many things. Listen, we've been locked away in a cage and we're just ready to critique. You know. Also, a reminder that we don't know anything about drag or performing, or we have absolutely no business speaking about anyone. But here we are, and here is you listening, so you're complicit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are getting put away in the jail with us for this.
Sick burn, brah. Next up, we have Marmalade, serving you Stanislavski New Wave spoken word.
One word. Steamer, bitch. Sorry. I know it's Coddy Lips, but surely they give you free water backstage to, like, sort that out. You're a seamstress. You're going to come in with them pleated trousers.
Most importantly, protect queer art.
What? Yeah, no. I really appreciate her for doing this, but this is just like...
Do you?
Well, yeah, because other people will appreciate it, but for me, it's just too sincere and earnest. It makes me itch. But good on the gal. And I actually cackled both times I watched it when Octavia's like, okay, it's giving change of pace.
To be honest, it's like whenever things like this go down, I'm like, good on you. Like, I am too cynical. I'm too much of a bitter old bitch that, like, I would not be able to do something like that. Even though I stand by the sentiment, I understand what she's coming from. She's giving you Hollywood starlet doing spoken word. Like, she's doing inside the actor studio. Love it. But I just couldn't do it. So then I'm like, oh.
But I think
that says a lot more about us than it does about her.
In their villages who haven't been...
In the villages? Ain't she from...
No, but people watching this who haven't been...
Talking about that she's from Fraggle Rock. She's like from like Manchester or something.
Let me bloody get a sentence out. These little people, these people in their little towns.
Little people?
They probably find it really inspiring because they haven't been kicked out of Superstore.
Look at this metropolitan, boozy young... These people in these little towns are probably really inspired by... We can't all be inner city dwellers like you.
Exactly. So I'm saying... They would have really enjoyed that. And
there is some crossy little 11-year-old sitting in the mirror in their mum's Rimmel eyeshadow.
In their plastic shoes.
Plastic shoes and a wonky lash going, I'm gonna learn to sew. And they never will.
So what are your final thoughts on Marmalade?
Love her.
Great.
Just like, it was so bizarre. But also it stood out, you know? It was very protect queer art. And also, who was the person that did like they were in the white and they did like a sort of...
Mariah Balenciaga.
Yes!
Oh my God, that was...
Very dramatic.
So intense. Yeah, that was great. Oh,
next up, we have Releasa Slays, daughter of Frida.
Steamy. Did it give you fanny flutters?
It gave me a lady boner.
Yeah.
It gave me Gotwood. To be honest, it was a bit of nothing. I liked it, but it was just like, she did just like sort of come on and like...
But that's her singing on the track also.
She's not the first girl to scream on the track. I know. Yeah, I did. I really liked it, but it was just Releasa knows how to do sexy. It was just her being like very hot as a talent, but yeah,
I mean,
into
fine.
It. Yeah, but I do wish that she'd sung, because she wasn't really doing much dancing. I do wish she'd sung. If these girls are giving me tracks,
But
just
she's
sing.
only just started on her musical career.
Yeah, but
Like,
she's
let
got a
her
good-
wet her whistle.
She's got a gorgeous voice. Listen, if I have to sit through fucking Monet Exchange doing, then you can fucking sing. Like, need I remind you that I had to listen to? Should I speed it up a little bit?
Oh God!
Fucking Fifi O'Hara. I'm gonna get some tonight. That goes down in my head as like the worst musical performance ever on any Drag Race ever. It's quite a trophy to hold.
Next up,
That's Charlie.
Confusing.
From the outfit, I thought, Luki, this could be right up your street, innit, girl?
But
Love a bit of 80s.
No, I honestly love a bit of 80s.
The amount of cutaways of people grimacing was a hate crime. Like, unbelievable. If I saw that back after I'm just up on the stage trying to give them a bit of razzle-dazzle, and it just every second cuts away to a different person being like, oh, this is painful. Unbelievable.
I just thought like there's a couple of cute ideas, but just was not thought out with any narrative or sense of there being a show.
Or talent.
I can only imagine she was just like, Rue likes the 80s, I'm going to do 80s.
Well, do you know what I will say, though? She's very curvaceous for a young girl, isn't she?
I think that's pageant, babe.
I really, I knew there was some magic tricks going on, but why? Really pulling the cat back. No, I believe that's Plain Jane's impact, I think.
Oh, Plain Jane, miss her.
Yeah. Next up, we have Channel. Thoughts?
Obsessed with this bitch. Loving the like awkward full stop because literally everyone fell for it.
Yeah.
And I just cannot believe she got
So
away with
dumb.
singing Happy Birthday.
So dumb. But then also I think that like that to me is no different from like what Lavoix did. Like I feel like fine. Like
No,
that's,
but like yeah, it's like I can't believe that people wouldn't be like that was.
I believe some
so
people were
bad.
Lady Press A a little, being like,
But I enjoyed it.
yeah,
If you get rooted off just once, you're fine.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
100%.
when she was like, I'll blow this candle out for you because I've heard you've got a wooden lung.
I didn't think that got the giggles that it deserved.
No,
I really
don't
thought.
think RuPaul Charles
Do you know what
would.
really cracked me up is when she went, thank you, Rue Charles.
Is that not
Charles.
just her Charles
Charles.
Scottish
I
accent?
don't know, but I liked it.
What do they say? Space Skittles.
Space Girls. The talent, 1 out of 10. Execution, 10 out of 10.
Oh,
Love.
I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah, love her. Very into her. Also, she, for me, maybe we'll go back on this, maybe she'll turn into a bit more of a Vicky Vivace, but she, for me, is this level of cunt that she is at the moment is like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, funny. It doesn't seem hateful. It seems like she's on the right side of it at the moment.
It's because she is this rich character who is better than everyone and
Imagine.
fine.
Next up, we have Miss Dita Garbs.
Deep.
The hair colour is heaven on her skin tone. Under them lights, she knows what she's doing.
Hypnotic.
Do you know what she would never be caught under? What colour lights would she never be caught under?
Red.
Red? Dita says it's very unflattering.
Yeah.
Dita Von Teese, that is.
Yeah. She also says the best hair colours for stage is black, blonde and red, so...
I mean,
pink.
as a vintage girlie, is there any other colours?
I don't really... I know I liked it, but I will bop to the sound of a car alarm going off.
Yeah, need I remind you that you only listened to Bing Bang Bong for like 6 months after it came out?
So maybe I'm not to be trusted, but I was fucking into it. I'm just like, whatever she's selling, I'm buying.
Yeah. Next up, we have Saki Yu. I just put sexy and stupid.
Yeah, love this cunty little giant hat. Very, what's they called? The crazy horse.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed the glove gag. I agree with Dita. Burlesque has got to be sexy, but it has to be a bit stupid as well. And I loved her outfit. I loved the show. Maybe if I'm going to have to,
You've guts to.
but like basically the tassel gag and the glove gag were the same gag.
Yeah,
Same gag
yeah.
One more time.
And also, can I just say, if you are akin with the world of silly burlesque, that is also used a lot. Like the longer one, I've seen it like 5 or 6 times. Like,
But it's still fun to see, and I enjoyed it.
yeah, I really liked her. I thought it was interesting, and a lot of them weren't that interesting.
And just the fucking costume was amazing.
Yeah. Next up, we have Kyra Anthrax. Thoughts?
This would be winner hands down.
Yeah?
Obsessed.
Nuts.
So stupid.
Absolutely nuts.
Like, well done, mad and messy. Very reminiscent of the Willow Pill bathtub Enya pasta shenanigans.
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily the same, but just like the same level of stupidity.
Well, like
but
Lil-
also like polished with the stupidity.
Like Lil, it felt like a dramatic performance.
Yeah.
Like it had narrative and it had character, and like what Lil and Kiran, I keep on saying Kiran because that's how you say Kieran in Irish.
Kiran.
Kiran. Yeah, like Kyron, what they both did is, I'm going to call her Kai.
Kyran.
What they both did really successfully is they were like, there's no way to win this if they don't actually want to see talent. That's not what the game is about. They don't want to see someone come on. No one ever wins when they're like, oh my God, you sung so beautifully.
Wow, Ness and Dormer has never sounded so good.
Yeah. They're like, I want to see something fucking stupid and dumb. And you don't need to be super talented for it. They just need to, the talent is entertaining them.
Yeah.
It's not, do you know what I mean? It's not showing off a skill. So I think they both did that really well, and I thought this was fucking jokes.
Yeah, I would 100% go and see her show.
Yeah. Then next up we have the lovely ladies start lovely unpacking. And did you see a lovely appearance from maybe one a week?
Maybe I spied a little TP.
Is that why you text me saying, did we do one of these styles?
Yeah, because I know that we did some for the holiday and then some after, and I couldn't remember.
Yeah, we did like a little cage number, if you remember. Yeah. And it's actually very gorgeous. I actually can't wait to see it on the big screen.
And the mind games are coming from Chanel already.
Oh.
I was also surprised that Charlie did an 80s number because it isn't classic cabaret visually. But when me and Anita did burlesque, we had an 80s one. And then there was this girl, Kiki Kaboom, who was like super huge. And she had a whole...
Is she mother of Fufu Kaboom?
Maybe.
Yeah.
She had a whole... Well, it was like a chav act, but we'll call it...
Chav?
We'll call
I don't think we use...
Well, yeah.
I don't think we use Council House and Violent in this day and age.
We'll call it like a Vicky Pollard-esque, where she was kind of like baseball cap, puffer jacket, like...
Very
skirt.
Scarlet Harlot.
Just very, like, of the time, like...
So I was just trying to bring it back to drag, you know, thinking about the audience.
Yeah, and so, like, let it be known that even within the cabaret scene, it's not always fucking feathers and shit. Like, there is room for manoeuvre.
I do 100% agree with you, though, that it's like, cabaret is reminiscent of either 30s, either like Weimar Republic, 1930s, cabaret, Candor and Ebb.
Like this!
Yeah, Liza. Or it's cabaret like 50s. Like, it's got that sort of like jazz, smoky bar 50s style. And it doesn't really seem like... It was a really good chance for you to step out of and do something that's like vaudevillian or like something that has a bit of like history and style to it. 80s just didn't seem like it fit, to me personally. What about Her Royal Highness Chanel? Just coming for next already. Calling something clunky. That's quite a very high-class read. I'm going to start using that, being like, do you like this top? I'll be like, it's a tad clunky. Yeah.
But yeah, for charity's sake, it's great that no one goes home this week.
Frightened by someone saying that you picked a risky number, I'm going to need your hide to thicken stat, my babe.
Before we head into Elimination Day...
Elimination.
Shall we have a quick... an official break.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we will be back very soon.
Let me tell you something, you ugly bitch.
Hey, Luke's.
Go on.
Let me tell you something. In lieu of... I had a different one, and then after seeing the runway, I went back and I changed it because I read this the other day and thought it was very, very interessant. And but I hope you've never heard this. Do you have any idea...
Heard it.
Where the myth of witches riding broomsticks comes from?
Wait.
No, don't say it. Do you?
I don't know if this is a thing or if it's just sexist.
Hang on, let me tell you where it comes from, just so we don't... Because if you do know it, it's fucking ruined, Luke. It's fucking ruined. During the time leading up to the witchcraft trials in Europe, bread was made with rye, which actually hosts a mould called ergot. And because that was the only way that the bread was used so much, that a lot of the bread had this mould in, which is actually lethal in substantial doses. Herbalists at the time, kitchen witches, people that were involved in herbology and like using things, learning things, realising things, using things, I was going to say using things from like the woodlands and from the garden and stuff.
Foragers.
Yeah, foragers. They found that even though it was lethal in large doses, if you rubbed it straight into your bloodstream, then it possessed drug-like qualities.
Okay, let's go get some rye.
And one of the greatest ways to do it that these older women found is taking the ergot, if you rubbed it into your vagina, kind of like your vagina, that it had intense hallucinatory qualities and also hallucinatory, sure, and could also increase in very intense orgasmic states. So women that were then thought of as witches would rub it onto broomsticks and then ride the broomstick by rubbing it into their vagina with the they would rub it onto the wood because the wood could hold the mold because
Hold
not
the mould.
like like things that are non.
You could just rub it onto your hand.
No, because you would need to put it in you. Like rub it inside. They put it on the broomsticks and then ride the broomsticks and then experience not only hallucinogenic qualities but also like intense orgasms, and men would see these crazy women on drugs riding these broomsticks, rubbing themselves on it.
Yes.
And that's where the myth of witches riding broomsticks came from.
Amazing, I'm obsessed.
Sick, right?
The only thing that came into my head was, I don't know what it is, but something about women riding broomsticks holding on by their pussy flaps. But I don't know in what context I'm thinking about. I think the second wine's hitting.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Let's move on.
Let's do it.
Elimination
Let's
then.
take it to the main stage.
So annoying for Saki and Zahira, that people confuse them, because I bet these fucking arseholes can differentiate between every single blonde white queen that actually do all look the same. I'm sick of it.
Absolutely fucking sick of it. We've had when you think as well that it's just like, I saw the Raja and who was our Canadian winner queen that was Southeast Asian, like the first ever winner of Canada's Drag Race. What's she called?
Oh,
You don't even have to ask for me to get it.
what's her fucking name?
Priyanka. Priyanka, Raja. I just saw a photo that I can't actually remember who else is in it. Our beautiful baby, Princess Tiara. That's not what her name is. Yeah, what's her name?
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, this is not because we don't care about the queens. It's just we both have early onset Alzheimer's
Please.
and can't remember anything at all. And also, we are now 2 wines
I live
deep.
a
So it's like,
420 lifestyle, so you
yeah,
can't
it's like the mixture of mania and drugs that is in both of our heads is absolutely terrifying. So we're lucky we can remember any. I'm lucky I remembered to turn up today. What's her name?
Who are you talking about?
The most followed girl on TikTok ever.
Plastic Tiara.
Plastic Tiara. I said Princess Tiara.
I'm gonna Princess Tiara.
There's like about 5 or 6. Jujubee's there as well. There's about 5 or 6 that's like Asian. They did this photo shoot of like Asian excellence. Nymphia. And it was like, you're telling me what? There's been like 6 Asian queens. The biggest continent. Like, is it the biggest continent?
I'd say.
Yeah. Just like, you're telling me in all of the Drag Race, like, there's been like 6 or 7, however many there was in this photo shoot.
What, have been like sort of top 3 or whatever?
I don't.
Or just en general?
No, because Kimora Hall was there as well.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
she
the
went
Bob
top
Mackie
3.
doll. And so I was like, God, there's such a tiny amount of Asian queens.
Mm.
And it was like, so you're telling me that they still get confused, even though there's such a tiny amount of representation for them. It's like
It's just
fucking
lazy.
gross. Yeah.
Can I tell you something that made me really fucking hot this morning?
Please do. Can you like rub your fist together as you do it? And grit your teeth. Grit your tiny fist.
Arthur. Basically, me and my lover were going into Dalston, and there's
Notice
this...
how she doesn't say what gender they are, just love.
I said boyfriend. Yeah. There's the secrets out, guys. Basically, there's this homeless guy that sits outside Pret in Dalston with his cup.
Yeah.
And today we'll just about to walk past him. Some fucking blonde white bitch on some posh bike. First of all, riding on the pavement. Don't make me fucking spit in your face. I hate.
Are you people that get? Oh, you would hate to see me come in.
I hate all cyclists. Because
I got
of them.
screamed at today when I was biking to my class. I got screamed at by like a 70-year-old woman for running a red light. She went, "You just ran a red light!" Like screaming at me, and I turned around.
Yes,
Oh my god, it was so embarrassing.
Man.
Turned around, and went fuck off to her. And then when I turned back, I nearly swung into a car. And
Good.
I was like, imagine that's the way to go. If fucking Beryl took me down on my way to my class.
Like, if you're not big man enough to ride on the roads, like, just walk.
No, I was cutting a red light.
Anyway, this fucking
I was driving with
bitch,
Jeff. I'm like, you
she
know what I'm
rode
like?
through his cup with money in it, spilling his money everywhere, and she didn't fucking stop.
Hold up. How much money this hoe got?
Not much. Like me and Buddha like stopped, and we're like helping him pick up all his little
Did
coins.
you put any money in it?
I didn't have any change.
Oh! She's like,
I've only got
we
euros,
stopped.
babe.
She's like, we stopped and helped him gather the money and pocketed £1 to £3 each.
But it's like, yeah, this fucking cunt. Like, she just rode on the middle of the pavement, rode through his cup and didn't stop. So we shouted cunt in her face. But I literally I was so angry. I just wished that I just like pushed her off her bike into the street and the bus run over her head. It's like,
Listen
you
to
entitled
this
fucking
this is
prick.
the sort of thing that I have to face every day. Like, you don't wash up your mug once and she's wishing death on you.
Once.
Once.
All right, bitch.
That is absolutely grim, but not surprising. The way that people
I'm on her side.
Yeah, but to be honest, she sounds like a bit of a hero. No, the way that people treat homeless people, especially in London, because we're so used to it and it's so common to see homeless people on the street that they become like furniture to these cunts. And like I've seen it so much in like by Shoreditch and as it heads into the city, there's so many homeless people around Liverpool Street. And once when I was waiting for a train, that there was a homeless person slumped on the floor and 2 men in suits went up to the homeless person, picked him up either one side by his arm so that their friend could take a photo with him. They were like this, pointing at him, and I literally lost my fucking shit. Well, the most embarrassing thing was I just been to McDonald's and all I had was a handful of chips, and I threw a handful of chips.
Good.
I was like, threw them out. I was like, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. I was like, that's disgusting. Leave that fucking man alone. And then the man was homophobic to me. The homeless man. They like put him down.
You don't do good deeds for rewards, Barney. You just do good deeds.
We really don't. They like put him down and then he called me like a faggot or something. I was like, oh, do you know what? The circle of life continues.
Well, if you won't walk like that, Barney.
Yeah. Let's talk about the main stage. Lady Rubella, if I was a lady of her years and I had them legs, I'd never put them away. Good for her.
I thought it's giving Brillo pad, which is strange because they famously don't do well on the runway.
Yeah, it is giving taste in the Brillo. Can I say, Alison Goldfrapp, she is not how I pictured.
What a quiet young lady.
Yeah, she looks like Leslie Manville.
Who's that?
Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
I ain't seen it, babe.
Oh, that was a banger. You should watch it. I don't know what you would have seen.
That just reminded me. When we were in Paris on holiday, our waiter came over and I was like, what's your name, babe? And he was like, oh, no, but you could call me Aris. And I was like, in England, we call a bumhole Aris. I was like, we call an arsehole Harris. He never came back to the table. Maggie was just like, you can't do that. You can't just tell him your name means arsehole in England.
But you did, and you will.
And I stand by it. Yeah. It does.
But she doesn't like Leslie Manville. Maybe we'll do a side-by-side comparison. Let me tell you, now that we're 2 bottles of wine deep, absolutely no idea. No idea what we've said that we'll put up photos of. Your guess is...
split screens.
Yeah, now 3.
Maths.
Now 3.
Who was, you just said one. Oh.
Leslie Manville.
Maths.
Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
Mrs. Harris, and who was the middle one?
Lil, sure. We'll find it. We'll go back through the notes.
We never do.
Let's go through the runway categories, because it's Queen of Your Hometown. How do you think Queen of Your Hometown goes down? Because let me tell you.
In my hometown!
I think Queen of Your Hometown is difficult, but...
I like it.
It's difficult because we've now had 6 seasons, and a lot of people are from the same place. So it's difficult to find something that's like super interesting. Luckily, no one has gone on the runway and been the Queen of St. Neots. Yeah, so I'd really, really be able to knock that one out of the park. Yeah. How successful do you think Queen of Your Hometown was as a runway category this?
I think as successful as any. There's highs, there's lows.
Okay. First up, we have Lady Chanel serving Kitty Pleasure.
Gorgeous. This is a Wigs by Sire wig, and I think
Wigs by Sire.
Yeah.
Love.
I thought this was stunning. Love this. It wasn't like too zhuzhy. It was still like I'm just a local gal in my thing. And I just loved it actually. Love the hair. Love the big feather in the hair. It is a little bit the Vivian as the Queen.
Yeah. I thought it was super cute. I thought she looked gorgeous. The face looked gorgeous. Loved the wig.
Obviously, Alison Goldfrapp's going to reference Vivian Westwood with the tartan.
Obviously. They cannot let a bitch wear like, she's literally Scottish as well. It's like, Vivian Westwood is famously not Scottish. It's like, they cannot let a Scottish bitch wear tartan and a sporran.
Her family fucking...
Her own family tartan and a sporran without being like, very Vivi. It's like, it's actually not, but okay, sure. Although she did have a show called Highland Rape, which kind of...
Highland Rape?
That's where all the tartan came from.
Rape.
Oh, no, lies. That was Alexander McQueen. Sorry, ignore me.
I would give this 8 truffles.
I gave it 7 out of 10. Next,
so we're doing truffles now?
Yeah, sure. Next up we have... I just didn't for the opening one.
Fine.
Next up we have Miss Kiki Snatch serving fierce.com.org/badbitch.
That's an Anemado hair.
Anemado?
Yeah. EMINADO hair.
Cute.
I imagine she's not a sort of drag stylist. She's doing the hair for the girlies.
Sure.
There's parts of this I liked. I liked the kind of rustic blouse with the kind of underbust corset-esque
Clock
thing.
the very, very highbrow read there. Rustic.
No, because she's giving like peasant top.
Wow.
What else would you call an
Wow.
elasticated white top?
Peasant. It's a milkmaid top.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Some of us are trying to not class the outfits.
But like there was just a real kind of disconnect between the back of the kind of boho gypsy skirt.
What gypsy? Wow! No one's fucking safe from you, are they? Jesus!
It was
like being with Suella Braverman in here.
Yeah. I wish if her and Release's outfits ran at each other, there could be something I could work with.
It's really difficult because obviously, like, you can't really critique people if it's like from their hometown, like,
Well,
especially
like
if
it's like a country, national.
Yeah. If it's like
dress.
a national dress, you can't really critique it because it's not really anyone's place to be like, it's not zhuzhy enough. It's like, I don't care. It's my national costume.
Sure.
But I think that realistically, if I'm honest, if I was from somewhere,
Please be honest.
It's all I can be. If I was from somewhere where the national costume wasn't that show-stopping, I probably just wouldn't pick it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that you can still be inspired by... Do you know what I mean? Like, if you were from France, you don't have to pick the French national costume. You could be like, this is a costume that's inspired by garlic. Like, you could do anything. And I probably... Yeah, the fucking frogs. I probably just wouldn't pick something that was, like, just not that zhuzhy, personally. I give it 6 out of 10.
I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Next up, Lil.
Serving Liam Gallagagged.
Hacienda.
So layered. So just when it was like a fucking Fabergé egg of Russian doll surprises.
And I hate the Gallaghers.
She's always been a blur girlie, isn't she?
But even I have to give this props. Like the extra long fucking
Props
parka. What did Plain Jane say?
Something.
Kudos
for spilling.
This
we need that as a sound.
Yeah, we do.
Kudos for spilling, Mama. For sharing.
This is just fantastic. It's a 2-in-1.
Fantastic.
That's a Florencia.
She does a lot of them.
But
I've
she
seen them.
lost
I've seen a lot of them, and I really like them. Sort of just weird.
But just like the whole, like, it's giving reveal. It's giving 2-in-1. It's giving bipolar Manchester.
Yeah, and it's so detailed and so smart. It's like
the way that the happy face is melting.
You've got like the
Simpsons Drag Race doing.
Same.
Her teeth getting worse and worse.
You've got obviously the Gallagher reference, which is fucking jokes. Then she takes it off and she's got this dress on, which is like, actually, this outfit is super cute. And then she fucking takes that bob wig off and she's got the cutest fucking pink hair in the world.
It's giving, what's that Danny Dyer film when they're raving?
Human Traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just loved it. And then on the end, what's it on the back?
Mad for it.
Mad for it. This, to me, was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 100%.
Then next up we have Kyran serving Pendle Witch. Thoughts?
That's a Luna Bundy, styled by Flesh Sir.
Flesh Emporium?
No, just Flesh Sir.
Huh.
I don't know.
That's Flesh. That's Flesh doing. What you often get is Luna doing the colour and the human unit of
the
it all.
knotting of it.
And then
I don't know why you'd go full human hair for just like a grey.
Maybe she had it already.
Yeah, maybe.
But to be honest, the hair is actually my least favourite thing because.
Do you know what my least favourite thing is? The legs.
I was literally just about to say, wouldn't be them fucking. What is when people go on stilts?
Yes! Oh my god! When Love Island, when Jesse came in. Yeah, I just didn't get that.
And it doesn't make any sense because you've got them gorgeous fucking.
She got the games.
You've got them gorgeous the costume, and it's all like all tonal and all like black and red, and then you've got these weird sort of like carny like limb covers. I really really like this though. I thought that I'm a witchy bitch.
She's quite giving. Who took that role in Steps the Musical? What's her name?
Don't hop me up on the... Actually, fuck you, bitch!
What's her name?
Literally
River Medway.
River Medway.
River Medway in the face a little bit.
Yeah, River, if you're listening. Thanks for...
Barney actually went up for...
What's in the final?
She's in the final!
What's in the final?
And Barney even said, I don't know why they're getting me for this, because surely if you want a drag queen in a musical, you just get a Drag Race girl. What happened 2 weeks later?
It was so frustrating. There's the new Steps musical, and they're bringing people in, and in the part that everyone's auditioning for, the part that I was up for was like, this is a drag queen, and I was just like, the whole time I was like, obviously, great to get into the final, like, thank God, but I was like, literally coming back from these auditions, just being like, every round, I was like, they're obviously going to get someone from Drag Race to do this. Like, even if they're shit, and luckily River Medway is actually like,
love the gal,
so like beautiful voice, and has like, she's got multiple like West End contracts under her belt now. But it's like there's loads of Drag Race.
Oh yeah,
girls.
she was in.
She was Ariel.
When me and Tom went to see, what's that thing that Willem was in? The kind of
like the death drop.
Yeah. We saw the death drop, like the sort of church version, and she was
also, though, they've just done like an Ursula thing, and she was Ariel. Ursula, like an Ursula musical, or like something about.
A lot happened before Ariel dropped it.
There's something fishy this way coming. She's just done that, but yeah, just so annoying when it's like, this is so clearly going to be someone from Drag Race. Like, why are you putting all these little faggotinis, getting us to sing fucking Chain Reaction over and over again? And story of a heart, story of yours and mine. But yeah, thanks River Medway. I'm sure you didn't need the gig, because I sure as hell didn't. Next up we have...
How many truffles for Karen Frack?
I gave it 9 out of 10. Apart from them fucking limb covers, which obviously have their own place in hell. And I also actually didn't love the hair, so maybe I'm going to take it down from 8.
I'll give it 8.
I just thought, if you're doing Pendle Witch, why have you put like a lovely sort of Brazilian curl in the grey wig? Like, why
to me,
ringlets?
It's an Irish dancer.
Yeah, why the ringlets? Like, just have like messy hair.
Yeah.
You're a witch.
This is the main stage of Drag Race, so you don't just come down with messy hair.
No, but like, at least give it some texture or something. It's like, I'm pretty sure the Pendle Witches did not have like...
Maybe like the wigs we did for the Neanderthals for the Natural History Museum.
Okay, let's not mention them on the pod.
Anyway, next up, Zahida.
7 pageant thoughts.
Philippines. I mean, as soon as I saw it, it's given me very Filipina. It's just not that exciting when you see like Drag Race Philippines and the mad shit that they bring out. Like, I am dressed as this crazy snack that like me and my mother eat. It just a pageant look isn't that exciting. I like on the thing as well, she's done all the credits and then it's flag me. It's like, congrats, you put a flag on a pole.
You bought the flag from Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, just bang me teeth on the mic.
Lovely gowns.
Lovely gowns. Love to see them.
I just, again, this kind of falls into the same category that it's like, if it is your if it is your national costume, she said something that it was like,
I don't think that's a national costume, because that's just a pageant.
She said it was something. It was a copy of something that was. I can't remember, but she said it was a reference of something specific.
As for the runway, I wanted to show my duality. Filipino-born British citizen. I do want to apologise. The flag on the floor as I walk down the runway. Of course, I'm upset with the Filipino community. Something I had not attended. I want to pay homage to my culture. I wanted to let you know I'm aware of these mistakes and will do the utmost not to do the same again. Wow.
She said that it was a copy of something Filipino, like
maybe like Miss World.
Yeah.
Or something.
And I just thought that, even though cute, like, listen, it's your experience, you do what you want, but I just thought that that was a chance to be a dragon, be a something, like, you can do anything. It's like, is it that creative to the copy that you do is just a dress?
Yeah.
I was just a bit like, but she looked absolutely gorgeous, and she...
Yes, absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Love the hair on the
beautiful girl.
Shout out, how's your hair?
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, very divisively.
Charlie. Now, I've never seen Dairy Girls, so you're going to have to tell me your
I would like to
opinion
see
on this.
about Dairy Girls as
that's before I go on, that's a how's your head wig as well.
Yeah, could tell.
Could tell.
First of all, it's not your hometown. If you're not from... that would be me being like, I'm doing Birmingham. It's like, you're not from Birmingham. Like, they're not even close. Like,
but for most people that are ignorant, like most English people... Like anything
but
in
not
Ireland
even.
Is
She's from Belfast, isn't she?
Yeah.
That's like literally on the other side of Northern Ireland. Like, I just don't.
She at least did say it.
Yeah, but it's not like, it's your hometown. It's not things that are Irish. Do you know what I mean? Like, If you're not from Derry, like...
But, like, Kiki and Relisa just did St. Lucia, which is a whole fucking country. They just did the national dress, so...
Sure. I mean, yeah, I'm only picking hairs, splitting hairs, because I love Derry Girls so much. I, personally, this was not the right way to go for me. That's just I didn't... The schoolgirl outfit that was all, like, jazzed up. Ooh, you're going to show me another photo of it? Mm-hmm. It just... Because the only reason why I say that is Derry Girls is about young Irish Catholic girls. Like,
I believe she's a young Irish Catholic girl.
But, like, why is she... Like, so much of it seemed wrong. Like, she sort of, like, really, like, slutted up the outfit. Like, and then this... Like, she's got, like, a blonde, huge bouffant beehive. Like, it's like, that's not what any of them look like. I don't know, I just, like...
So what would you do? Just big, long hair?
Oh, my poor Paddy's sister. I'm just going too hard on you because I love Derry Girls so much. But it was like she zooped up the outfit. Like she took a schoolgirl outfit and she's made it a bit more glam. And it's to be honest, this is splitting hairs, but it's just the bouffant. I was just like, that's Patsy Stone. Like,
it's not just like a slutty girl.
Well, no, because it's so famously 90s that it's like that's not a 90s hairdo. Like I wouldn't have got Derry Girls from the look of it. But then also, like, maybe it's because I'm being too purist about it.
Yeah.
So, but, baby, she's Irish. I don't care. I love her.
Saki Yu, representing Manchester by way of Melbourne.
Serving you Beekeeper.
Beekeeper. Have you seen Beekeeper with Jason Statham?
I haven't. Should I be watching it?
It's fucking sick.
Should we be...
Legit.
Now, call me crazy.
You're crazy.
But, for me... It's a bit like, you can either have your boobs out or your legs out. It can't be both. I just thought shoulder and hip ruffles, it's got to be one or t'other. It was a bit, the shape
You got to balance them shoulders with them hips, baby.
There's a couple of shoulders in here. There was just a lot going on that I wasn't really sure about. But...
For me, it's just a bit too day at the races.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Well, let's move on then.
I give it a 6.
Same.
I like the gal, but... I haven't been wowed by these opening and closing looks, but I really loved her cabaret, so I'm still looking forward.
Next up, we have Thomas Hartley of Maths fame serving peg leg. Thoughts?
What did Alan Carr say? Like, Stockton on teas, more like coming on these or something.
Something wacky.
I mean, she's clearly used some expensive fabrics in part.
Do you think she has used some expensive fabric?
She's paid someone to.
Yeah. I thought it looked really well made.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And I think if you lean into this whole like panto cruise, like she said it about herself. I do the cruise ships, I do the panto. There's like an aesthetic that comes with it. There is also like a real level of professionalism and polish that comes with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're talking who else have we had that's kind of like a cruise ship girly?
Panto queen.
You are churning out show after show after show. I guess Davina De Campo's kind of in that world. Like you're just the level of polish that you need is it's big diva wigs. Do you know what I mean? It's big diva time.
Yeah, I mean it's not for me, but I can appreciate the work, etc. that's gone into it.
Do you know what? Unfortunately for me, all this did was harken back to Gigi Good's. Yeah, in the same colour, which was just like heaven, and had like had a real sort of like Galliano for Dior like fashion edge to it. So unfortunately,
also if you're not watching Avalon TV, what are you doing?
Oh my god, crazy! Next up, we have Relisa serving booty in the back.
She's really giving that. I don't know if you can take it. I know you want to see me naked on the top.
Yeah.
Again, like this, I enjoyed the kind of loose, I'll say it again, peasant top. It's just that it's not a reflection of the human that wears it. It's the name of the type of top.
Okay.
But there's like the...
Not going to hold up in court, but sure.
The skirt, I wish it was like had a full back, not just two very...
Just have a booty in the back.
No, but like I just wish it would seem better to me if it was like an actual skirt and then it was very high, like maybe just like lifted up on one side and you see the knickers, just like these two.
The knickers.
Rather than these just two like hippolets.
The panniers, yeah. I feel like...
Yeah, sorry, panniers. Hippolets.
I feel like it... She unfortunately had to come after someone serving the exact same outfit, which is just like very unfortunate, isn't it? Like,
I'm going to put you in a horrible position.
Yeah.
Which St. Lucian outfit did you prefer?
I preferred the styling of Relisa with the red hair. I just thought it was like, it made it look more free and easy, whereas...
It's giving Rihanna.
Yeah, well, whereas
Fox.
Kiki... Well, even though famously Bayesian, but...
No, but the hair and the top and just the
but like
relaxed feel.
Kiki kind of, I guess, was trying to modernise it a bit, whereas like Relisa had more of like it felt a more free and easy take on it, and I just preferred that. But it's just difficult, isn't it? It's like, what are the fucking odds that the first St. Lucian girl has to be on a runway with the other first St. Lucian
And the
girl?
hair is by Edmund Bossman Hair.
That reminded me of when, do you remember when we had to do a red like spiral perm like that?
Well,
And there's
it
the
wasn't
video
like
of you,
that.
the video, yeah.
It was like clown wig.
Wow, okay.
Next up.
We have Octavia serving Dragon Race.
This is cute. Although, like, she really could have got a Tonka vape, I think.
Yeah. Also, when she said scales, normally a trigger, is that a low-key ED joke?
What's ED?
Eating disorder.
Oh, wow, is it?
I don't know, but is that the
Maybe
joke?
she's scared of snakes or something.
Oh, I thought she was like scales, usually a trigger for me. I thought she was like, oh, we
And maybe she
got our
hates Libras.
first opening anorexic queen.
But to be fair, though, if you do hold a vape in, it does disappear.
Wow.
So she could have been standing there for ages with the Tonka's vape, and then it's just...
I probably would have got you can get like a handheld smoke machine. But what do you think of this?
It was alright.
I liked it. This is the kind of thing that I want to see, that it's like, it is, you've already had Taste doing the dragon.
Yeah.
Like, you've already had a presentation of like gorgeous dragon.
You want to make me taste the dragon.
Exactly. I kind of do that. And so let's take it another step. Let's make it silly. Let's make it stupid. Like, dress up as a dragon.
And she was giving cunt with that fucking poofy cloak of the other butts of the flag. So, yeah, get into it.
I give it 8 out of 10.
I'll give it a 7.
Queer as Folkestone from Miss Dita Garbo. Absolutely dead at that. She was like, and then this sash that I made myself. It was like, baby girl.
It looks good, to be fair.
That is one cut of fabric and then a little hand stitch at the end. I made myself. You're a
She's
seamstress.
obviously got them. She's put them letters on.
Yeah. Can I be, as a already devoted Dita fan, I just wish this had a bit more. I just wish it was a bit more. Like, it's just, it's just like, it was very, even though it was very gorgeous, it was very polished. I just wish that on the main stage, you were in something other than a swimsuit and a sash.
Who do you think did the wig?
Maybe my girl, Polished.
No.
Was it a hard one?
It was.
Weekday?
No.
Sire?
Chapel.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
Wig Chapel.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like it was, I mean, it was gorge, but yeah, it was a bit, it could have been more, like...
Yeah, I just think, like, what we're talking about is, like, the actual execution of your idea is, like, 10 out of 10. Fantastic. Like, you did the best version of that you could do, but was that the best idea to do on the runway? Because I just think she's so exquisite. She's so
What is
polished.
it you can't face?
What is it you can't face? Absolutely fantastic. But I still get that 7 out of 10. Still loved it.
Same.
Could you hit that 7 out of 10?
Excuse me, can you vamp for a second?
Story of a heart,
Okay,
story
I've
of
lost
your...
it.
I'll do it then.
Definitely, I thought it was fun. I liked the beat.
That's our... For new listeners of Cliffhangers, that's a 6-season deep fave of... If it's 7 out of 10, yeah, I thought it was fun. I like the beat.
I like the beat. Next up, Marmalade Pontycloon.
Shantae You Nay.
I fucking was obsessed
Oh,
with this.
surprise, the horsey girls rise up.
No, but it was just, it was gorgeous.
Question, yes or no, were you on ketamine whilst you were watching this?
I
Were
wish.
you horsey girl squared?
I haven't been on ketamine for at least a month. It's
And
shocking.
now, readers, you hear the inner whirrings of a seasoned drug addict.
It's a Walklet wig.
I gave this 8 out of 10. It's Walklet.
It's gorgeous. Like,
I feel like...
it's very like Wicker Man, kind of weird island cult vibes. That's like, I was obsessed with it. I didn't like it was a horse skull.
Listen, me and Luke's have been in the game. Quite some time, right?
We invented the game.
Yeah.
My
And
mum's
what's
on
nice?
the game.
What's that's where the knocking shop. And what's nice is that you see wig companies on the come up, right? And I remember seeing Walk It Wig first time because they're a West End wiggy girl. And so they were doing and I remember seeing them. And then...
We use them for our show.
And we have also purchased wigs from Walk It because they're fab. And they're just like first of all, they're very nice, but they're also very solid. They remind me of, who's that other one that I'm obsessed with that did this, the pink hair?
Walklet?
No. Walklet didn't do us the pink. Walklet did us all the men's hair that we loved.
Oh, I don't know.
The pink hair is who they also do a lot of Ginger's hair.
You can raise your eyebrows as much as you like, but it's not going to remind me.
You better clock that eyebrow raise while I can still do it. I'm about to get shot up and then it's gonna be all over. They are called Wigs.
Sorry, that was the wrong sound.
It's our girl Venus Envy with the insane, so fucking polished.
I kept one of them pink little sugar crops.
Oh yeah, of course you got it. We because also we deeply we have bought wigs personally from How's Your Head, from Venus Envy, from Vodka. Oh, so many from Vodka. We've bought Bit of Betty, 1-800 takeaway, Wig Chapel.
Stop thrusting that hand in my face.
You got to support the girlies. And love to see Walklet it's on my brain because I see wigs all the time and be like, absolutely gorgeous. Who is it? Walklet.
Must have one.
You should go Walklet.
I'd give Pontycloon again an 8.
I gave it 8 out of 10 also. Luke's, shall we talk Zinger and Minger?
Lego.
Huh.
Woo!
Does it brighten up your world? Is it Zinger? Does it make you want to? Is it me? Zingers and fingers.
Talk to me nice.
Luke's, what was zinged for you this week? So Zinger and Minger is a section of the podcast where we talk about what the wigs that really zinged for us and the wigs that really, unfortunately, minged for us this week.
As wig hair
aficionados,
professionals.
Yeah. As people that work with synthetic hair.
My zinger has got to be Chanel's wig by Saya. I really enjoyed that little half
gorgeous.
The braids, the feathers.
Loved it. My zinger
and it was so, you could tell it was rock fucking hard. It was so shiny.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's lacquered. Sorry, just quickly, have you seen the Indonesian barman on TikTok that can do the Scouse accent?
No. Put it up on the pod, get it on the list.
And he's like, chicken nuggets and carho.
My zinger this week was Lil's little Kelly Osbourne pink scooch number. Oh, I was obsessed. That little kick up.
Papa, don't preach.
It really reminded me of something that I can't put my finger on, but hopefully by the time that we do the photos, it will. It's a fashion reference, I think.
It's not like Gwen Stefani with her pink hair.
No.
No.
I don't. I'm
Hard
not really.
pass.
Although I did see a TikTok the other day that was about, it was like demystifying who definitely has had a facelift, and it was just going through like photos of it was like Gwen Stefani, it was like, this is a photo of her from 6 years ago, and this is the scar behind her ear, and where you can see where her skin has been tore.
Have you seen Charlie's before and after? It's been so subtle, I didn't really notice it, but you look at her, she's got such round eyes, and now like she's the fox eye. It's like, oh, she's been torted.
Good for her.
Torted.
So tell us, what really minged for you this week?
It's got to be Lavoie's Panto wig, and I didn't say who it's by because guess who it's by?
Us?
Carl Brown.
No way. I mean,
Carl Brown does the most perfect fucking vintage hair. So it just cracks me up that he's done this.
But do you know what it's like? It's like the thing is with that that's the sort of thing that, like, if someone had asked us to do that, it would have also been. It's an ugly style. It's a panto style. Like, so it is what it is.
Who's your minger?
It's not my minger this week. Unfortunately, it was RuPaul's hair. Just weird shape and badly finished. And I'm sorry because I know that RuPaul's stylist actually does follow us on Instagram. So let's hope they don't listen to this. Listen, you've done enough fantastic work.
Where's Matthew?
You've done enough fantastic work. We're not coming for your ear, nose and throat. But it is... the thing is with it is that it was... With RuPaul's wigs, and I bet this is from RuPaul herself. When you put things in rollers and then steam it means that you get little like breaks in the front hairline. And for some reason, whoever does RuPaul's wigs, it's like what you would do is then you would get a steamer or a hairdryer or whatever, and then you would smooth that out so there wasn't the breaks in the hairline.
She loves it.
But they always leave them in, and I think it is quite gross, personally.
So let's go. The safe queens are Chanel, Zahira, Charity, Sake, Dita and Marmalade, because the tops are Kiki, Lil, Kyran, Lavoie, Relisa and Octavia, and the top 2 are going to lip sync Pour Louis.
How did you feel about this song?
Love it.
Yeah. Same.
My favourite gold frap is Strict Machine.
Love Strict Machine, yeah, same. But so many bangers, and they're also very sexual and yeah.
I really tried to find footage of her playing the theremin with her puss, but I couldn't. But I found all these forums of people talking about it. Apparently she used to call the theremin her little dick and stuff. So great.
Do you know what I didn't get? Is when we went back into Untucked, when Charity was like, she sort of brought up the beef with Chanel, and I thought, clock the tea, my paddy sis, because Chanel went, I'm sorry if you're upset. That is not an apology, that's a moving on.
No, the best bit was when Charity was like, I was upset by what she said, and barely before she had time to finish the sentence, Chanel was like, that's fine.
They're so used that with each other. It's like, you've actually really offended me.
That's fine.
That's
What
fine.
do you mean that's fine? I'm coming to you with a problem. Don't tell me it's fine.
You're telling me, yeah, absolutely wild. But this is why I'm so deeply into Chanel.
Yeah, same.
Already.
And isn't it nice to get guidance from a queen as seasoned as Lavoie? You put your handbag down and you dance around it for your life. Dancing around the handbag is my favourite thing to do.
They can't tell me, where do you think I'd be? I'd be do-si-doing around that fucking handbag myself. What about Lil, chuffed as a butty? Oh, that girl's mind. Chuffed as a butty.
I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah, I love her.
She is like, I feel like, it's a bit like when I saw Shea Coulee for the first time, I was like, we've been friends in a past life. It's like, I've been waiting for you, bitch.
Terrifying. Do you know what irks me slightly, though? It's how bizarre that we've got into this rhetoric that, like, Kyron is, like, some crazy egomaniac already. It's like, oh, she believes that she could win. And they're suddenly all like, oh, but you think you could win? It's like, don't you?
Why are you here?
Yeah. It's like, where is your sort of, like, where's your fighting spirit? Yeah, I do. I think I'm going to win, and so should you. It's strange that it keeps on getting brought up as if she's like this like crazy fucking bitch that like all she thinks about is herself. It's like, no, you're in a competition.
So the winners, the top 2 from the top 6 are Karan and Lavoie, and we're doing a lovely Ooh La La by Gold Frap.
You're actually pronouncing that wrong, but we'll talk about that later.
Kyran.
Lavoie.
What did I say?
Lavoix.
Yeah. No, that's what you've been saying.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Lavoix.
She says Lavoie.
I know. But you really looked at me with a real sincere panic in your eyes.
I've got B French GCSE, buddy. First, I've got 2 thoughts. Number 1, not Lavoie with the overhead claps.
I literally wrote, at one point, she went from step digging to arena claps to jive clicking within the space of like an entire 1 bar of 8. It was like, how can you go from step digging to then your overhead clapping to then she's bent down jive clicking? I was like, there's a lot going on here and I don't want to see any of it. She was literally, she was a nana bopping at the jukebox.
That's what Kyra said she would be. I'm sure she'd give us a great Macarena. But also, didn't you think the mix of the girls' comments was so loud?
So jarring.
It was like, oh yeah!
Yeah.
Loving it! So
wow,
weird.
You're really about to fucking make that speaker bleed.
But yeah, the winner is Kyra Franks. Very happy with that. I think she did overall the best this week, from her entrance to the cabaret.
Same. I did think it was quite illuminating, though, of...
Maybe it could have been Lil.
The limit of maybe what Lavoix is going to be giving you.
Maybe.
Because I thought, if you're going to be in a... That was a soft... you can be giving arms. You don't need to be dancing. You don't need to really be giving anything. And
she's just writhing.
She really wasn't able to give really anything. And I thought, if you're going to be up against in a competition with someone lip syncing, then it's lights out for you, my babe.
But also, immunity. What year is this? I had a look on Drag Racepedia, whatever it's called, and they haven't done immunity since season 5. And the fans are saying that the reason it stopped is because of Alyssa's fucking Katy Perry in the Snatch
Really?
Game.
You better apologise to her. Absolutely love it. How happy were you of the final winner?
Very happy.
Yeah, same.
If it wasn't her, it had to be Lil, but between her and Lavoie...
I think that's going to be every week, though, babe. Yeah. Should we talk Rose and Thorn?
Let's talk Rose and Thorn.
The rose and thorn, the rise and the fall.
Let's talk Rose and Thorn, girlies. My Rose this week was HRH. Lil. I think those House of Gorgy girls, they're cooking with gas. I've been known to love them.
Yeah,
and I win again.
literally just wrote my Rose is Lil. I think just her, that's all.
Yeah, especially in the confessional. Her having that very strange Noel Fielding confessional look.
Yeah.
But do you know what I've just thought?
What?
Lil, is she named after, yes or no, after she's got that sort of blunt black bob, the hair, the curly Manchester hair, is she named after Lillian, who's the woman from Shameless?
Oh my god, deep cut. I hope so.
Oh my god, we've got a bit of photo about Lillian, who owns the knock-in shop. Oh, it's all cyclical. It all comes back and back to back. Is she named after Lillian, who is the Bo Selector woman from Shameless?
Please. Shanace, please.
Shanace. What was your thorn, babe?
My thorn was them funny little leg covers that Kyran was wearing. I don't like them, Kathy.
No, we used to put a photo up of Ivy Winters and her stilts.
Oh my god, I love Ivy Winters.
My thorn was just, I just wish the cabaret was better.
Fine.
I just wish a talent show there was more talent on show.
And then next time, they are creating collections of 3 costumes in groups. And your girl, what's her name, is back on the judging panel.
Oh.
She's very ethereal.
Oh, Kristen
blonde.
McNenemy.
Yep. And
I like what
Chanel's
she's
being
made
a
of.
fucking absolute cunt, it looks like, and I cannot wait.
Good. Let her.
Please.
That's what she's meant for. Fantastic. Right, well, sorry for such a long episode, but do you know what? Turns out we did have a lot to talk about.
We thought we didn't have much, but
Here
you
we
know
are.
what it's like when the girls get together.
Couple of Ina Tintos, the Cardiff Breezes to wash them down. Right, girls, we will see you soon.
Hopefully sooner than this next week.
Yeah. We'll get it together.
I'm sorry, I've been lollybobbing.
Yeah. And it probably ain't going to stop anytime soon. Sue me.
Call me Judith Chalmers.
Hello. Right. See you later, girls.
Bye.